Good evening, everyone. Notice of this meeting stating the date, place, and time has been disseminated as required under the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, PL 1975. Copies of the agenda are also posted on the city's website and Linden TV for the public. This meeting is called to order. Mr. Clerk, can you please conduct a prayer and flag salute?
God of the universe, look thou with favor upon these here assembled, and bestow thy guidance upon the members of the governing body in their deliberations. This we ask in thy name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm going to ask everyone to please remain standing for a moment of silence for Mark Ritacco, our construction code official who passed away suddenly. Please be seated. In the event of an emergency, the proper method of exiting the council chambers is through the 3 doors in the rear of the room. Occupants should proceed down the staircase, out the front door, and move away from the area of the front steps. Any member of the public wishing to speak during the public comment session at the end of the meeting, please sign in on the white sheets provided at the front of the room with your name and address. For those wishing to speak on the Green Acres grant from Milkowski Park, No, I'm sorry. All right. Oops. Oh, it's from last month, just carried over. Okay. Please turn off all cell phones and place them on vibrate. If you wish to take a call, please leave the council chambers to do so. Mr. Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Mrs. Ormond.
Here.
Javik.
Present.
Caldwell. Present. Mohammed.
Present.
Rivas.
Present.
Roman.
Here.
Strano.
Here.
Armstead.
Here.
Rodriguez.
Here.
Hudak.
Here.
Mrs. Yemakaitis.
Here. Okay, can we have approval of the public session minutes of August 20th, 2024, please?
Council President, I move for approval of the minutes and request a second.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond.
Yes.
Javik.
Yes.
Caldwell.
Yes.
Mohammed.
Yes.
Rivas.
Yes.
Roman.
Yes.
Strano.
Abstain.
Armstead.
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Hudak.
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis.
Yes. Okay, we're going to start with our presentations this evening. I'm going to ask Mayor Armstead to please join me out on the floor. We're going to start with a resolution for Abigail Armstead, recognizing her for winning the Miss New Jersey Elk Beauty and Talent Pageant.
Who'd ever thought that this little baby girl of mine would grow up to be a beautiful young lady? I thought that. They say she looks like her mother.
Better we let him read the resolution, otherwise he'll cry.
Right. They say she looks just like her mother, but I'm first to admit it, she was my idea. So, no, I tell you, but she has grown to be a beautiful young lady. I'm so proud of her, as I am all my daughters. But I think there's a saying that says, we save the best for last. You know what I mean? And look, isn't she gorgeous? What a beautiful girl. I just can't get enough of looking at her sometimes. Okay. But then we have a resolution congratulating Abigail Armstead for winning the Miss New Jersey Elk Beauty and Talent Pageant. Now, there's a lot of competition there because the Elks Club is a very big organization. And for you to come out on top is a testament of how beautiful you are and how smart you are. Okay? I think she got her brains from her mother, too, so looks and the brains come from mommy, okay? I take credit for everything else. Okay. So the resolution would congratulate Abigail Armstead for winning the Miss New Jersey Elk and Beauty and Talent Pageant. Whereas Abigail Armstead won the Miss New Jersey Elk Beauty and Talent Pageant in New Jersey, and also at the same contest won the coveted award of Miss Congeniality due to her open and vibrant personality. And whereas Abigail's infectious enthusiasm for the performing arts, including singing, dancing, acting, began at an early age and were encouraged by her teachers, Mr. Whitmore and Mrs. Brady. Through their unwavering support and guidance, they helped to refine her skills and pushed her to always do her best. And whereas Abigail's journey has been greatly supported by her family, her parents, Danny Orlean Armstead and Derek Armstead, her rocks, her sister Brianna, brothers Ashton and Ryan, her Aunt Sonia, who introduced her to the beauty and talent world. And whereas Abigail's story is a testament to the power of passion, perseverance, and support in reaching the once-in-a-lifetime experience to represent the entire state of New Jersey in a national competition on a national stage. And whereas the governing body wishes to extend its heartfelt congratulations to Abigail Armstead for her outstanding achievements and wish her continued success in the pursuit of her dream of gracing the stage of Broadway and television, showcasing her talents as an African-American woman in the performing arts. Now, therefore, it be resolved by the governing body of the City of Linden that we hereby congratulate Abigail Armstead upon winning the Miss New Jersey Elk Beauty and Talent Pageant in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution suitably prepared be presented to Abigail Armstead and to be entered into the minutes of the City Council meeting of Linden in recognition of this prestigious honor. It was passed August 20th, approved August 21st, was due this last month, and signed by Council President Michelle Yamakaitis and myself. Congratulations, kid.
Okay, I'd like to invite Linda Carter, our Assemblywoman, to come up. She has a presentation for you, Abigail.
And if you guys could believe this, I knew Linda Carter when she was about your age. We go back a long ways, right?
We absolutely
We used to hang out when we were young people,
Sure
right?
did.
Over there on Terrell Road in
Terrell
Scotch
Road.
Plains. I used to ride my moped all the way out to Scotch Plains.
All Scotch Plains, Plainfield, hanging out. We
Back-
had good times.
Back in the day, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
we
right.
had good times, and we
So-
partied a lot.
And so she has a resolution or a proclamation that she's going to read, I believe. Or she can just present.
Mayor Armstead, Council President, council members, and all assembled here today, good evening. On behalf of Senate President Nick Scutari, Assemblyman Jim Kennedy, and myself, Abigail, we are so elated on your accomplishments that you have been able to do in such a short time. You know, I'm sure you're going to be showing your dad some moves and everything also in your, no, not, she laughed at that already. No, but we are truly, truly so proud of you. And we'd like to present this joint legislative resolution on behalf of the Senate and General Assembly. And whereas the Senate and General Assembly of the State of New Jersey are pleased to salute Abigail Armstead, an admired resident of the Garden State, upon your selection as Miss Elk, New Jersey. And I'm going to tell you something, that truly is an amazing accomplishment for such a young individual. Your talent, your beauty, your smarts, your brains, you can go anywhere, and we know that you will. You are going to truly soar the world. A talented vocalist, dancer, and performer from the city of Linden, Union County, Abigail Armstead impressed the judges at the Miss Elk, New Jersey Beauty and Talent Pageant in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and earned a chance to compete in the national level in Jacksonville, Florida. From choosing glamorous gowns with her devoted mother to dress rehearsals held here in Linden High School, you are truly a rising senior. To countless hours of training and practice with your voice and dance teacher, you have enjoyed the unwavering and constant support of your family, your friends, and community. And you do. You have a plethora of those that you can reach out. Your connections are truly strong. They're like the tree, you know, the branches that will make sure that they continue to grow, and we will always be here for you. It is both proper and right for the members of this legislature to pause in their deliberations to recognize Abigail Armstead as a young woman of strong character who, through her dedication and determination, has provided a glimpse of a bright future filled with hope and promise. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Senate and General Assembly of the State of New Jersey that this legislature hereby commends Abigail Armstead. We pay tribute to your meritorious record of excellence within all the spheres of your life, your short life, and that long life that you're about to really have, because you're going to be really making your own path. And extend our sincere best wishes for your continued success in all your future endeavors. Congratulations again, and continue to be the beacon of light that we have here in our world and our youth coming up behind us. Congratulations.
Okay. Once again, congratulations, Abigail. Okay. We're now going to call up Bernadetta Opar. She's the 2024 Linden Marshal for the General Pulaski Memorial Parade this year.
Well, I can say we have several pretty women in the building tonight. Okay. Okay. I don't know whose idea they were, but they weren't mine. So no. All right. You want to read it? You can read it.
Whereas Bernadetta Opar has been elected to serve as the 2024 Grand Marshal of the 87th Annual Pulaski Day Parade in New York City on Sunday, October 6, 2024. And whereas Bernadetta was born in Poland and relocated to America in the early 1990s with her husband Adam and their children, Beata, Magarzata, and Sebastian, establishing their roots in the state of New Jersey, with Linden becoming the place they would call home. And whereas, upon arriving in the United States, Bernadetta began a career working at Newark Airport, and then in 2002, she joined the Polish Slavic Federal Credit Union, Linden branch, where she is still employed today. And whereas, Bernadetta actively contributed to the life of the St. Teresa of the Child Jesus Parish in Linden. She was involved in the creation of the Social Parish Support Group, and together with friends and family, Bernadetta continues to support the Polish community, organizing various events, and is a member of the Sursum Corda Choir and the Fides Bible Group. And whereas it is proper and fitting that the Grand Marshal Bernadetta Opar be recognized for the honor bestowed upon her as the 87th Grand Marshal of the annual Pulaski Day Parade. Now, therefore, be resolved by the Mayor and the Council of the City of Linden that they do hereby congratulate Bernadetta Opar on being elected the Grand Marshal of the 2024 Pulaski Parade and thank her for her dedicated service to the Polish American community. And be it further resolved that this resolution be entered in the minutes of the Council of the City of Linden and a copy be presented to her in recognition of the foregoing. It is signed by me as Council President and Derek Armstead, Mayor. She's a great member of our business community here in Linden.
Thank you so much.
Do you want to say anything, Bernadetta? Or?
Good evening, everybody. I just want to thank you so much. I'm very proud to be the Marshal, be representative of the City of Linden. Thank you so much.
We have the other door.
Sonia, can you please come up?
So our next resolution will be honoring Sonia Matani. Did I say that right? Yeah. As the Linden contingent Miss Polonia to the 2024 Pulaski Day Parade in New York City. And let me just say this, I've been going to the Pulaski Day Parade for several years now. It's a great event. And we always are well represented when we go from Linden, and I think we'll be well represented again. Yeah. Okay? All right. So it reads, whereas Sonia Matani has been selected to serve as the 2024 Miss Polonia to the 87th Annual Pulaski Day Parade in New York City on Sunday, October 6, 2024, by the General Pulaski Memorial Parade Committee of St. Teresa's Linden, Inc., to represent thousands of Linden and Union County residents of Polish descent. And where Sonia was 6 years old and then a resident of New York City when she enrolled into the CCD program at St. Teresa's Church, where she received her first communion and confirmation. She commuted to St. Teresa's for the next few years before becoming a resident of Linden. 10 years later, she would graduate from the, help me with that word, Catechetical Center of Polish Supplementary School of Karol Wojtek, okay, and where Sonia, realizing the importance of her Polish heritage, has been a member of the Girl Scouts, participated in fundraising for the Polish School of Clark, and has participated in numerous competitions there. She has also assisted with teachers with their younger students and represented the young school during Polish Catholic Masses, oftentimes holding the banner for a school. And where Sonia speaks, reads, and writes fluently in Polish and English, and could probably hail a taxi in Arabic. She has lived all her life in diverse environments and loves being introduced to new languages and foods. Now, therefore, be resolved by the Mayor and Council of the City of Linden that they do hereby congratulate Sonia on being selected to the 2024 Miss Polonia to represent the City of Linden at the Pulaski Parade in New York City. And be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be entered into the minutes of the Council and City of Linden, and that a copy hereof be presented to Sonia in recognition of this prestigious honor. And it's signed by myself and Council President Michelle Yamakaitis.
Congratulations,
Thank
Sonia.
you.
You going to say anything? Or?
They're all shy. They're all shy. She'll take a picture though, right?
Congratulations again.
I'll let you be the last two. Okay. All right.
All right. Now I'd like to call up our junior Miss Polonia, Adriana Bogutsky. I'm saying it correctly, right, Adriana? Okay. All right. Whereas Adriana Bogutsky has been selected to serve as a 2024 Linden Junior Miss Polonia to the 87th Annual Pulaski Day Parade in New York City on Sunday, October 6th, by the General Pulaski Memorial Parade Committee of St. Teresa's, Linden, to represent thousands of Linden and Union County residents of Polish descent. And whereas Adriana is 11 years old, or are you 12 now? 11, okay. 11 years old and lives in Flemington, New Jersey with her parents, Taras Bagazada, and younger brother, Damien, and is currently in 6th grade, right? Now you're 6th? Correct. She is proud to be named 2024 Junior Miss as she gets to follow in the footsteps of her mother, who served as a 2001-2002 Junior Miss Polonia. Is Mom over here? Whereas Adriana participates in many school activities, including choir and orchestra, where she plays the violin. Adriana also attends the Polish Supplementary School, Julian, yeah, how do you say this, Adriana?
Julian Ulsen.
Okay, in Plainfield, New Jersey, where she learned how to read, write, and speak the Polish language. And now, therefore, it be resolved by the mayor and the council of the city of Linden that they do hereby congratulate Adriana Bogutsky on being selected the 2024 Junior Miss Polonia to represent the city of Linden and the Pulaski Parade in New York City. Be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be entered into the minutes of the council of the city of Linden, and that a copy hereby be presented to Adriana Bogutsky in recognition of this prestigious honor, and signed by Council President Michelle Yamakaitis and Mayor Derek Armstead. Okay, congratulations. Do you want to say anything? Or? Okay. And now at this time, I have the pleasure of introducing our little Miss Polonia for the Linden contingent, Sophie Mades. Sophie, can you come on up? Yep. Stand right there with the mayor. Whereas Sophie Mades has been selected to serve as a 2024 Little Miss Polonia to the 87th Annual Pulaski Day Parade in New York City on Sunday, October 6th, by the General Pulaski Memorial Parade Committee of St. Teresa's, Linden, to represent thousands of Linden and Union County residents of Polish descent. And whereas Sophie is a second grade student at Linden Deerfield School Number 9 and is also a student at the Karol Wojtyla Supplementary School, a member of the Scout Center in Linden, Grabitsky, and attends CCD classes at the parish of St. Teresa of the Child Jesus. Whereas Sophie loves participating in talent shows and has competed in international music competitions and recitation competitions. She won first place in the 2023 international competition, Christmas Carol Walks in the World, and second place multiple times for Song is Good for Everything. Whereas, in her free time, Sophie loves playing Sudoku, spending time with her family and friends, and playing with her little sister. And now, therefore, be resolved by the mayor and the council of the city of Linden that we do hereby congratulate Sophie Mades on being selected to 2024 Little Miss Polonia to represent the city of Linden at the Pulaski Day Parade in New York City. Be it therefore resolved that a copy of this resolution be entered into the minutes of the council and the city of Linden, and that a copy hereof be presented to Sophie Mades in recognition of this prestigious honor, and signed Michelle Yamakaitis, council president, and Derek Armstead, mayor. Okay, Mayor.
Yeah, I'll do it. And, I'll let you do the other one. Okay, yes. So we're going to ask Direne Price to come up, a young lady who I've known for, I can't even remember it so long, isn't it? I remember when I first knocked on the doors when I was running for council, a long time ago. She was just a little girl back then. But we have a proclamation for Direne. Direne is a cancer survivor, and we know that cancer is a silent killer, and it takes many people. But the most important thing is that people fight back, and she's a survivor. You know, she has this. I think she's taking the same approach with cancer that she takes in life general. You know, she's always been a fighter. You know, her mother is too. she got honest. Okay. So it says, whereas Direne Price, a substitute teacher for Linden Public Schools, is a remarkable individual who has faced and overcome the challenges of ovarian cancer with great strength and determination. Having been diagnosed in 2005 and bravely enduring 7 months of chemotherapy, and whereas Direne Price is now a 25-year survivor of ovarian cancer, currently in remission, and has become an advocate for ovarian cancer awareness, helping to bring attention to a disease often referred to as a silent killer due to its difficulty of early detection. And whereas Direne Price is a graduate of Rutgers University in 2013 with a degree in journalism and communications, and has used her education and skills to further amplify the advocacy for ovarian cancer and inspire others in their fight against this illness. And whereas Direne began volunteering with the American Cancer Society between 2005 and 2006 following her diagnosis and treatment, generously offering her time and energy at the Elizabeth location and participating in the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer walk in Newark, demonstrating her unwavering commitment to the cause of cancer prevention and support. And whereas Direne's personal strength, dedication, and resilience serve as a beacon of hope and inspiration not only to cancer survivors, but also to those who are fighting the battle against cancer today. Now therefore it be proclaimed that I, Derek Armstead, Mayor of the City of Linden, in the state of New Jersey, on this 17th day of September 2024, do hereby honor Direne Price for her strength and determination in bringing awareness to ovarian cancer and making the city very proud. The City of Linden thanks you for your dedicated service, and it's signed by me, Derek Armstead, your mayor and your former councilman. Okay. How you doing? Direne's going to say a few words before we take a picture.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to thank Mayor Armstead, City Council of Linden, City Hall staff for your support for this very important and personal cause. And I hope this encourages everyone to do community service whenever and wherever you can. Thank you.
Proclamation for Ovarian Cancer Month. Okay, to conclude our presentations for this evening, I have a proclamation for Ovarian Cancer Month. Whereas ovarian cancer is one of the most serious cancers affecting women today, with more than 200,000 women diagnosed annually worldwide and over 150,000 succumbing to the disease each year. And whereas ovarian cancer often goes undetected until it has spread within the pelvis and abdomen, making early diagnosis difficult and treatment less effective, resulting in lower survival rates. And whereas increased awareness and education about the symptoms, risk factors, and the importance of early detection can significantly improve the chances of successful treatment and survival. And whereas research and advancements in the prevention, detection, and treatment of the ovarian cancer are crucial in reducing the impact of this devastating disease on women and their families. And whereas support for women and their families who are affected by ovarian cancer is essential in helping them navigate their diagnosis, treatment, and survivorship journey. And whereas, during this month, we recognize the strength and courage of those battling ovarian cancer, honor the lives of those lost, and renew our commitment of supporting research, awareness, and improved healthcare outcomes for all women. Now, therefore, it be resolved that Derek Armstead, Mayor of the City of Linden, does hereby proclaim the month of September as Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month in the City of Linden and encourage all citizens to learn more about ovarian cancer and support those affected by the disease. And it's signed, Derek Armstead, Mayor of Linden. Congratulations. Okay, we're now going to move on to ordinances on hearing, beginning with Ordinance 6842, please.
A bond ordinance providing an appropriation of $209,000 for various capital improvements for the Division of Transportation and Properties, and authorizing the issuance of $198,550 bonds or notes of the city for financing part of the appropriation.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Okay, seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I make a motion that we close the hearing on Ordinance 6842, adopt it, and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Rivas?
Yes.
Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6843, please.
An ordinance providing for residential overnight parking permits.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Okay, seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Yes, Councilman, I'd like to make a motion that we close 6843 and post it, and can I get a second?
Second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Rivas?
Yes.
Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6844, please.
An ordinance authorizing an amendment to Chapter 27 of the City of Linden Special Improvement District banning outdoor smoking effective December 31st, 2024.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance?
Council President, can I speak on this as well?
Okay, please state your name and address for the record.
Hello, good evening. John Kaiser, 23 West Wenzel Avenue. So what is the actual what is the Chapter 27, and what is the amendment to it? Who can tell me? Special Improvement District is Wood Avenue. You're going to
Right, that's the SID district.
ban smoking on Wood Avenue? Is this what I'm saying?
Basically what it is.
Okay. Ms. Cosby?
That is essentially a smoking ban in the Special Improvement District. Essentially what it is.
So Wood Avenue.
It's the entire length of an area of the Special Improvement District. The law already provides that you have to smoke outside of the 25 feet from a business, but this now incorporates the totality for people who are eating or outside in that particular area, especially cafes. That's why it doesn't take effect until December 31st, to give the businesses an opportunity to enjoy the summer business.
That's cool. I'm an ex-smoker, so I don't mind. I just don't know how we can enforce. How's that going to be enforced? Like, if you see somebody smoking on Wood Avenue, they're going to get a ticket? Is that it?
Well, those are regulatory things that internally within the municipality will be able to work out with the police department and the health department. I'm sure that they'll give warnings, which is typically what they do with de minimis matters before they start to issue tickets.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anyone else who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Okay, seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Yes, Council President, I move to close the public hearing of ordinance number 6844. Move for approval and request a second.
Second.
Okay, discussion?
Thank you, Council President.
Councilman
Thank you. I just wanted to quantify my vote on this. I'm an ex-smoker as well. Certainly, the amount of adults in this world that are smoking is less and less, thankfully, as it is a huge hazard to one's health. However, I'm a proponent of letting an American citizen do what they want within reason. Obviously, our laws are always within reason. I do know, and I completely believe in a smoking ban in front of the front doors of any indoor facility within 25 feet of that front door, which basically probably takes out about 80% of the SID district. SID district basically goes from like School 1 all the way down into my ward near Meridia. And that's basically all of that section of Wood Avenue, which is the SID Special Improvement District. I'm going to vote yes for this because it's like 80% of the district anyway. I don't even know if you're in the SID district how you're going to be able to legally smoke as it is right now, considering we'd be like, you'd have to be in the middle of the street, basically. It'd be 25 feet away from any door to legally smoke anyway. I do find it as an enforcement issue. Health is not going to be able to enforce this, and I pretty much can promise you that the police department is going to find it very difficult to write smoking tickets. However, because that it's already 80 or 90% illegal, I'm gonna vote yes for this.
Okay,
Thank you, Council President.
Councilman. Okay. Can we have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Mohammed?
Yes.
Rivas?
Yes.
Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6845, please.
An ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 7, Traffic, of an ordinance entitled, An Ordinance Adopting and Enacting the Revised General Ordinances of the City of Linden, 1999, passed November 23, 1999, and approved November 24, 1999, and as amended and supplemented. Be it ordained by the Council of the City of Linden, Section 1, that Chapter 7, Traffic, shall be and the same is hereby amended as follows. Chapter 7, Traffic, 7-33, Handicap Parking Regulations, 7-33.1A, Handicap on parking on street. This ordinance removes a number of handicap parking spots that are no longer needed.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I make a motion to close the hearing on ordinance 68-45, adopted, and ask for a second, please.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Yes. Mohammed? Yes. Rivas? Yes. Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6846, please.
An ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 3, Police Regulations of an ordinance entitled, An Ordinance Adopting and Enacting the Revised General Ordinances of the City of Linden, 1999, passed November 23, 1999, and approved November 24, 1999, and is amended and supplemented. Be it ordained by the Council of the City of Linden, Section 1, that Chapter 3, Police Regulations, Section 3-23.2, Performance Standards shall be and the same is hereby amended as follows. Delete Section 3-23.2 G in its entirety, add new Section 3-23.2 G.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Okay, seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I'd like to make a motion to close the hearing on ordinance 6846, adopted, and ask for a second, please.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Mohammed? Rivas? Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay, we'll now move on to consent agenda items. All items listed with asterisks are considered to be routine by the city council and will be enacted with one motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless a council member so requests. We have items number 1 and 2 this evening. Can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I move for approval of item 1 and 2. I request a second.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Mohammed? Rivas? Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead? Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay, next we'll have reports from the governing body, beginning with First Ward. Councilwoman Ormond?
Yes, great. Thank you, Council President. Okay, the first thing I'd like to go over is the Division of Transportation and Properties report for the City of Linden. I hereby submit the monthly financial report from the Division of Transportation and Parking for the month of August 2024. The report includes the collection of on- and off-street parking meters, railroad parking lots, railroad parking permits, and merchant parking permits. The Trenton side collection, $1,872. New York side collections, $1,717. Railroad credit card transactions, $23,485.86. Railroad permits, 0. Railroad mobile payments, 2320 parking, $9,655.25. Online railroad parking permits, $498. Parking meter collections, $12,114.20. Merchant permits, $395.94 for a total of $49,738.25 submitted by Tyrone L. Gibbons, the traffic maintenance supervisor. I also ask for approval for the following finance actions. The payment of bills totaling $2,250,015.69 have been signed by the mayor, council president, and finance chairwoman, and a detailed check register and vouchers on file in the clerk's office. We are in receipt of investments made by the city treasurer for the month of August at the rate of 4.24%. I move for approval and ask for a second.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Mohammed? Rivas? Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes.
Okay, to my first ward residents, I just want to once again remind everyone, I'm sure you know, that school is back in session, so I'm begging, please drive carefully. But most important, I hold the title of Transportation Coordinator for the Public School District, and I see so many cars in this short few weeks that do not adhere to the red stop sign that comes out when a bus is stopping. There is no reason to ever pass a bus when that sign is flashing. So once again, slow down, pay attention. We're dealing with our children. Their safety should be most important to us. I'd also like to mention that a neighbor a couple of weeks ago had somebody come onto their property and steal a bicycle right off of their property. I'm not sure if any of the neighbors had cameras or even whether or not that particular neighbor had a camera. But I'm sure someone had a camera, and I'm sure someone saw something. So I have 3 messages here. Number 1, you have to get to know your neighbors. Living next to someone is more than just living in the house next to them. It's building a bond, it's building a friendship. It's building the opportunity to have a second set of eyes, not only on your property, but on your children as well. Get cameras. Something as simple as a Ring doorbell will pick up a nice wide angle of anybody who's coming up on your property. And third, protect your assets. I don't believe anybody should come up on your property. I don't believe anybody should come into your car. I don't believe anyone should, take anything that doesn't belong to them. But face it, the world that we live in, they don't feel the same way I do, and they will do it. A member of my family also woke up at middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, and looked out her window and found somebody rifling through her car. She immediately called the police, and the police came, and there was actually a foot chase where they actually did apprehend the guy that was going through her car because he was well on his way to other cars, and he did get caught. So once again, protect your assets, lock them up. It's critical. Also, as I drive around the First Ward, I'm seeing people that are dragging their trash out to the curbside. Our trash day was 2 weeks ago. Please be mindful. If you have a lot of bulk that needs to get picked up, just give me a call, 908-370-6482. We can make some arrangements. We don't like habitual pickups or extra pickups, but that once in a while emergency, we can try to accommodate you. So please, just give us a call. We also noticed that there are a lot of people that are not curbing their dogs. I'm having signs put up in certain areas. Please, clean up after your dog. We don't deserve that in our grass in our community. We love your pets. We just don't like the fact that you don't clean up behind them. And then finally, I just want to mention that the First Ward is going to have their annual fall yard sale, October 19th and October 20th for the full weekend. No permits are necessary. The only thing that's necessary, if you would like to have your business increase and have people come and shop your yard sale, please give me a call, 908-370-6482, or text me with your name and your address, and I will put you on a list that we will put out on social media so everybody can see the wonderful things that you are putting out in your yard sale. I'd just like to take this opportunity to just wish everybody a wonderful end of summer, and as the fall approaches, to be safe and enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Okay, Councilman Javik, please.
Yes, Council President. As chairman of the Fire Committee, the Fire Prevention Bureau collected the following monies during the month of August 2024, a total of $9,149. Regarding the Linden Fire Department's ambulance billing, the amount of $83,568.08 for the month of August 2024 have been added to the total deposits for 2024, totaling $726,304.88. Regarding our construction code, this department has issued 275 permits and processed 43 certificates, and has issued 105 summonses for the month of August 2024. Monthly revenue is as follows. Building CCO permits and additional permit fees, $152,428. Zoning, $2,350. Court settlements for the month, $6,250. The reflective total being $161,068 and no cents. At this time also, I would like to request installation for streetlights, pole number 63662 in front of 314 Springfield Road, and pole number 64064 near 2730 DeWitt Terrace. I make a motion for approval and ask for a second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Yes. Mohammed? Yes. Rivas? Yes. Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Continue, Councilman Javik.
Continuing from our Board of Health, a reminder that the third annual Linden Health Fair will be held on Saturday, October 12, 2024, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the gym of School 1. In addition to information on products and services from our local health and wellness organizations and businesses, the following health services will also be available for everyone. Blood pressure testing, blood sugar testing, vision and hearing screenings, flu, COVID, and other immunizations, sun damage, skin analysis, balance testing, and dental health screenings. For those who are uninsured, there will also be free male and female cancer screenings. Good evening, everyone. Well, in the second ward, just when we thought we were complete in the second ward, there is a gas line project that's going to be scheduled from West Blanky Street, starting around the 23rd of September. It's going to be going from actual Stiles Street to West Blanky Street and then into East Blanky Street. It's going to finish up sometime in October. Some good news, though, on the horizon. Our Recreation Department has informed me that we will be resurfacing the basketball courts and additional upgrades at Nofsky Park on North Stiles Street. This is going to come by way of a donation. And as a quality of life issue, please remember between your sidewalk and the curb line, this is the city right-of-way. No signage is permitted. Advertising for rent signs, real estate signs, these signs will be removed by the DPW as they're seen. Please also mark your calendar for October 4th, Fire Prevention Night. The theme this year is Smoke Alarms, Make Them Work for You. This will be in front of City Hall between 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Also, I hope to see everyone at the Polish Festival, which is this Saturday, the 21st, from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Wood Avenue. I can be reached at 908-494-4608 or email me at bjav@linden-newjersey.gov. On Facebook, Second Ward Councilman Barry Javik. As always, additional information can be found on our City of Linden website. Council President, end of report.
Thank you, Councilman Javik. Councilwoman Caldwell.
Thank you, Madam President. Dear Third Ward neighbors, I hope this message finds you well. As the Chair of Social Services, I wanted to update you on the Work First New Jersey program. We currently provide general assistance and emergency assistance to clients daily. Our program also offers information and referral services for various resources that benefit individuals and families. For those interested in applying, you can contact Social Services at 908-474-8620 or call 211 for further assistance. In my role as the Chair of IT, I am pleased to report that the IT department is making significant strides in maintaining and enhancing our city's technology infrastructure. Our key priorities for the upcoming quarter include strengthening our cybersecurity measures. Regarding our ongoing city projects, the gas company is actively working on East Curtis Street, East Henry Street, Washington Avenue, Maple Avenue, East Elm Street, with excavation expected to be completed by the end of October. Resurfacing of these streets will be postponed until spring. Additionally, the gas company's Blanky Street project is set to commence the week of September 23rd, with excavation planned to wrap up by mid-November and resurfacing scheduled for spring. The water company has completed the installation of new mains on Washington, Walnut, and other streets. Service connection work on Washington will be soon, with excavation expected to be completed by mid-November and final asphalt resurfacing planned for spring. In other news, we are waiving the fees for the Third Ward garage sale, which will be held on October 12th, 2024, and the rain date will be October 13th, 2024. If you would like to participate, please email me at mcaldwell@linden-newjersey.gov with your name, phone number, and address. I'm also in the process of confirming details for our community meeting in Linden at Linden Public Library. I will have more news by next month, but I'm planning to have it on November 6th at the library, but I'm waiting for confirmation from them. On a personal note, I will be celebrating 21 years of marriage to my best friend Raymond Caldwell this Thursday, and I want to take a moment to wish him a happy anniversary and express my hope for many, many more years of happiness together. And by the way, can you please, I don't know who it is, but please stop riding on the sidewalks of Elizabeth Avenue with a moped. People are walking on the sidewalk and you can really hurt them. So please, please be considerate and ride your moped. If you're gonna ride your moped, ride it in the street, not on the sidewalks. Lastly, please remember, Councilwoman Caldwell always follows up and follows through. If you encounter any issues with street lighting, city trees, touching power lines, or you just need to reach out to me, please feel free to call me at 908-531-0676. I am committed to following through and addressing your concerns. Thank you for your attention and your cooperation, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the end of the summer. That concludes my report, Madam President.
Thank you, Councilwoman Caldwell. Councilman Mohammed.
Good evening, Madam President and Council and general public. I'm honored. I thank you all for your kindness upon my receiving my master's from the University of Chicago. And I just want to make another announcement. As of Tuesday, I have started the resident training program in psychoanalysis. So anyone may have issues with mental health or family issues can call 212-725-7850, and you will be serviced whether it's on a sliding scale and they accept all insurance. And I emphasize this because there's a lot of people walking around unhinged. There's nothing wrong with being unhinged, but what's wrong is not to get treatment. So I encourage people to avail themselves of mental health clinics. Need any other referral, you can reach me at 908-494-6362. And I think we should learn to just appreciate each other because, you know, I look over in the corner, Mark Pataki is no longer here. And that's, we should value each other's lives and treat each other with respect and respect this chamber when we come in here with sacred respect that is with its proper regards. Need me further? Reach me at 908-463-4843. Please text before. As I say to people, I get all kinds of calls. Some telling me I've been awarded $2 million. Another one awarded me if I don't send $2 million, I'm going to I have to be a senior citizen. So they think I'm a mark. But peace be on you and good night. Thank you, Council President. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilman Mohammed. Okay, Councilman Rivas.
Thank you, Madam President. Good evening, Fifth Ward neighbors and citizens of Linden. I'd like to begin my report by congratulating everyone who participated in the organization of the last weekend Latin Heritage Festival here in Linden. We celebrated and honored the history, culture, achievements, and contributions of U.S., Latino, and Hispanic members of the cities and our community. Nationwide, we celebrate the influence of more than 65 million Hispanic and Latino root citizens in the United States, which is almost 20% of the U.S. population. While in Linden, we represent a growing 34 to 40% of the population, and we are tireless. And without controversy, we're going to keep supporting the efforts of the city government and the efforts of everyone in Linden to keep the city moving forward. Among the announcements for my neighborhood, like we have previously informed, our engineer department has continued to closely collaborate with the contracts to resurface and pave the streets that the public service companies have damaged. Still, there are a few more roads to complete. I had the opportunity to see the good job on this resurfacing in many of the roads of our neighbors. Roads will look lovely as they were before this construction, and perhaps even better. We ask to keep patience. We're almost there, and believe me, everyone is working hard to have all this completed, similarly like in any other parts of our city. I'd like to remind my neighbors that on October 19th and October 20th, we will have a ward garage sale without permit, and I urge you to prepare for the event. School is back, and I see a lot of our children walking to their homes. Please protect them. Let us always be polite with each other, especially during those hours when traffic near our school could become a nightmare. I am proud to say that we live in a very friendly neighborhood in town, and we should always be looking for one another to maintain our calm and friendly community-oriented lifestyle. I would like to extend an invitation to my neighbors in the Senior Citizen Complex on Dale Avenue to participate in the events our city has planned for many of them. These events include, as an example, the Seniors Arts and Craft event at the JTG Center on September 24, the Senior Citizen Beginner Strength Training Class at the Multipurpose Center on September 25th, The senior Zumba classes on September 27, also on JTG Center as well, with numerous other activities that you can find the details of these events in your building administration office or visiting the city website page. I'd like to extend my usual recognition to all the city employees who make the city move forward. This includes the police department, the fire departments, the MTS, our community service employees, every one of our city hall offices who provide services to our constituents. Thank you for everything that you do. Without you, we will not have been as successful as we currently are moving the city forward. Lastly, I need to extend my condolences to the Marvin Taka family for their loss. It's a huge loss in our city. He will be remembered. If you need to reach me, I will always happy to help and assist. You could call me at 908-718-7609 or write an email to crivas@linden-nj.gov. Please continue to enjoy the rest of the warm weather. Be safe at all times, and God bless you all. Madam President, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilman Rivas. Councilman Roman.
Thank you, Council President. Good evening, Linden. I'm a little under the weather tonight, but I wanted to make sure I was here to vote and give my report. I wanted to start with just a remembrance of Mark Rotaco. Mark was our construction official, and he was a good man, and that was very evident at his wake, that he was loved by so many. Mark was a guy who always fixed our problems, and often enough when I talked to Mark, he always picked up the phone, and he knew that we were calling with a problem that we needed fixed as council people. And he always executed that and was able to call us back pretty quickly with a remedy. And the city of Linden is at a loss without him. So I just wanted to ask you to pray for his soul and keep his family in mind. School is back in session, and I just want to thank Tyrone Givens and his crew for going out and painting all the curbs, repainting them yellow. Looks great. The School 6 PTA, who are just a great collection of parents, the parents of our kids at School 6, are having their annual fall festival this Saturday, October 5th, from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tickets are on sale, and if you're looking for tickets, please look on the School 6 PTA Facebook site for more information, or you can purchase them at the gate. This fall festival is awesome. It's been revitalized by the ladies, by mostly the moms of the PTA. It will include music, bounce houses, obstacle course, slides, games, pumpkin patch, food trucks, and more. There will also be a vendor village with dozens of local vendors selling knickknacks, clothes, candles, and more. The event was really awesome last year, and the moms do a great job, and the dads who participate. And your kids will have a great time at this event. So please put it on your calendars, October 5th, Saturday, at School 6. Smith Street, after seemingly endless water replacements on Pleasant, West Linden, Rebecca and Smith and Rebecca have finally been repaved by the water company. It looks great. It doesn't appear that there's any blocked drains, as we had a problem with that when we originally paved it last year. The Lord does indeed finally bless us with some rain tomorrow. We'll make sure that the water doesn't get stuck on the corner of Smith and Rebecca like it had previously when we paved it last year. And we'll make sure that the water is moving down the street as need be. Final restoration by the water company for Pleasant and West Linden are ongoing, and they're looking like they're going to be completed by the onset of the winter. Woodlawn, East Munsell, and East Stimson were paved earlier this year, and honestly, they're in really good shape. All of our residential roads, for the most part, are in good shape. Before I leave this office, I plan to ensure that West Munsell Avenue and parts of West Morris are on repaving for the next round. After that, the residential roads of the 6th Ward are going to be in really good shape. So I thank our engineering department for all the help that they've given to us in the 6th Ward on that regard. Wheeler Park, there have been some issues in Wheeler Park that have been brought to me by residents. Thankfully, we have a literal goat right behind us in our county commissioner and clerk, Joe Bodek. And just about the moments that I report these issues to him, he fixes them instantly. So, Joe, thank you for that. And if there are any issues in Wheeler Park, just feel free to reach out to me, and I know the County Parks Department and Joe will have them taken care of immediately. Our 6th Ward free garage sale was this past weekend. We had over 10 garage sales in this neighborhood. Please be advised that bulk trash day in the 6th Ward on the Wheeler Park side of the 6th Ward is tomorrow. So anything you didn't sell or anything that you want to throw out should be on the curb tonight for pickup tomorrow. We are currently going out for concrete and sidewalk work, so please call me if you think we missed some sidewalks and concrete issues. My cell phone number is 908-494-5784. As I begin my last few months in office, I'm working on tidying things up. I've always prided myself on making sure the trees are trimmed, the sidewalks are walkable, and our roads are paved. And I want to thank all the people who have assisted me in the 6th Ward community and in our various departments, city departments, and our city employees that have helped me keep the 6th Ward clean and safe over the years. My the Linden Traffic Department, the Traffic Department and Linden Police Department are reviewing the new rules of the Manual of Uniform Traffic Control Devices, and in turn are reviewing any of our intersections, just to finish, and in turn are reviewing intersections that may deserve 4-way stop signs. Mainly just Clinton Street. The 11th Street, we have one now on 13th Street. It is working. Horrific accidents at 45 miles an hour hopefully will be a thing of the past. We're looking at 11th Street, and we're looking at the stretch of Clinton between Morris and Union, which is very narrow and has had some bad accidents over the years, to see if these new rules for traffic control devices would fit, if our roads would fit the criteria of the new rules. We're also looking at Jefferson and West Munsell, as it is tight and it's a cut-through street and also has had some bad accidents. I would like to see these intersections made as safe as possible, and the horrific accidents that have occurred on these streets a thing of the past. And just one last thing, Council President, on our personnel report that Councilman Strano is about to read, we have a lot on there, but one thing I do see is the provisional appointment of Keith Pressey to Director of Parks and Recreation, which is an official civil service title that he'll now be holding if approved by this council in a moment. I just want to say that you've done a great job over your last 2 years that you've been here, and you deserve this appointment. And I look forward to working with you. You've served the residents well, and you continue to. So thanks, Keith. Council President, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Strano.
Thank you, Council President. I may need a little extra time, if you would, please. But starting with the personnel report, number 1 in the Treasury is approving the appointment of Isabella Gonzalez, Clerk 1, part-time, at the annual rate of $20.49 per hour, not to exceed 25 hours per week, effective September 18th of 2024. 2, in the Community Services Division of Transportation and Property is approving the appointment of Denzel Bryant, laborer, Tier 2, full-time at the annual rate of $19.32 per hour, effective September 30th, 2024, and that's subject to the successful completion of the city's pre-employment requirements. Moving on, Division of Public Works, A is approving the separation from employment with the city of McPherson Joseph, laborer, effective September 13, 2024, following the completion of his work, following the completion of his working test period. I don't understand that. Can somebody explain that one to me?
Alan here.
Alan?
Alan.
This is, might be a typo. I'm just reading it, and it sounds to me like somebody is being separated following completion of his working test period, and if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Okay. B is approving the appointment of James Chisholm, laborer 1, Tier 2, full-time at the annual rate of $19.32 per hour, effective September 30th, 2024, subject to the successful completion of the city's pre-employment requirements. C is approving the acceptance of the resignation in good standing of Clemmy McIntyre, motorroom operator, effective September 10th, 2024. D is the approval of the seasonal list on file in the clerk's office. My apologies on that misunderstanding. 3, Fire Department. A, approving the resignation in good standing of Gregory Blaine, firefighter, effective August 22nd of 2024. 4 is in the Office of Construction Code, approving the appointment of Uniqua Weeks, Clerk 1, full-time, at the salary of $37,910, effective September 30th of 2024. B is approving the appointment of Thomas Gassler as zoning officer, part-time, in addition to his duties as the code enforcement officer, at a combined annual rate of $48.50 per hour, not to exceed 30 hours per week, and that will be effective September 18th of 2024. 5 is in the Police Department. A is approving the resignation in good standing of Evelina Wisniewski, police recruit, effective August 26th of 2024. B is approving the appointment of Melanie Wallace-Safner as Clerk 1, full-time, effective September 30th, 2024, at the annual salary of $37,298, pending the successful completion of all pre-employment requirements. 6, in the Office of the Mayor. A is approving the posting for a position of a public information officer, full-time, at the salary range of $70,000 to $102,900, and that posting will be open to Union County and contiguous counties. B is approving the provisional appointment of Keith Prezi, Director of Parks and Recreation, effective September 18th, 2024, at the annual salary of $134,300. C is approving the appointment of Semya Gill, Clerk 1, part-time, constituent services, at the annual rate of $20.49 per hour, not to exceed 20 hours a week, effective September 30th of 2024, and that's subject to the successful completion of the city's pre-employment requirements. D is approving the recreational seasonal list that's on file in the clerk's office. 7, in the municipal court, approving the separation from employment with the city of Dana Principato, Clerk 1, effective September 6th of 2024, following the completion of the working test period. B is approving the appointment of Jolan Hall, Clerk 1, temporary full-time, at the annual rate of $20.49 an hour, at 35 hours a week, effective October 1st of 2024. 8, in the personnel, is approving the hourly stipend for our Office of Emergency Management volunteers in the amount of $18 per hour. B is approving the FMLA, NJFLA leaves that are on file in the Division of Personnel. I move for approval and ask for a second.
Second.
Mrs. Armand?
Yes.
Yavik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Yes. Mohammed?
Yes.
Rivas?
Yes.
Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes.
Okay, a little bit of ward updates for the 7th Ward. Some good news. On October 5th at 1 p.m. at the new Linden Skate Park, there's going to be a skate jam. And that's on the skate park, if you don't know already, it's on Southwood Avenue, right next door to Firehouse Number 4. If you are a skater, you know a skater, come on down. More info will be available from our Recreation Department. I hope we'll have it posted on our website as well. This is our first sanctioned event there, and I'm excited to see it. And I'm excited to see that our Recreation Department head, Keith Prezi, is promoting this new facility, and I want to personally thank him for all the help that he's given us with that project and with that program. Also, we have another little gem in the 7th Ward that people may not be aware of. If they are, that's fine, but our Hawkeye Sanctuary, which is in the area where near Range Road, where the animal shelter is, and also incorporates part of the area around the Linden landfill, is under stewardship from the New Jersey Audubon Society. And what that means is they run programs there. They're educational, and they're very, I guess, part of the outdoors programs that we have. So they had one on last Saturday, September 7th, and that was Binocular Basics. This Thursday, between 9 and 11 a.m., they're going to have a fall birding at the Hawkeye Sanctuary. So the New Jersey Program Director, Scott Barnes, an associate naturalist, take a leisurely walk through the sanctuary. They'll look for woodpeckers, thrushes, warblers in the woods, and wetland birds like herons, egrets, and ospreys along the Rory River. Bring binoculars and dress for the weather. Easy walking along flat gravel paths, and there's a porta-john on site, and the cost is free. They publish a booklet of all the birds that they identify there on an annual basis, and I'm totally impressed. It's like over 100 and something different species of birds that are actually identified there. Then on October 13th, there'll be a fall foliage walk through there, and then there's one on October 24th, which is another birding outing, and then in November, there'll be an autumn nature stroll at Hawkeye Sanctuary. I believe you can get any of this information that you would like from the www.njautobahn.org. Again, that's www.njautobahn.org if anybody's interested in these outdoor activities. I think that'll wrap up my report for this month, Council President. I thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you, Councilman Strato. Councilman Armstead.
Yes, thank you, Council President. Not too much of a report this month. First of all, I do want to thank DPW for cleaning that entire side of Baltimore Avenue in the 8th Ward. It was really a mess. All the stuff has been cut down and cleaned, and I've also had quite a few potholes in the area filled where I was getting plenty of complaints. Last but not least on my list for today, I am going to talk about our yard sale that we're having on October the 19th and October the 20th. It's free for the residents. There's no permit needed, and if you have your stuff, please sit it on out. And if you would like to be put on our list, you can email me at marmstead@linden-newjersey.gov, or you can call me, which I prefer phone calls. My number is 908-463-8986. I do answer every call that comes my way. If I don't answer it, I will return it. And that's all for me. That's all that I have for this evening.
Thank you, Councilman Armstead. Councilman Rodriguez.
Thank you, Council President. Residents of the 9th Ward, I'm excited to share with you that road work will be commencing Monday, September 16, 2024, weather and circumstances permitted. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to Jerry and his team at the engineering department for their diligent effort in making this project possible. The work is scheduled to be completed on all streets by the end of September 2024. The streets will undergo pavings are Myrtle Terrace from Meriton Road to the end, Hillcrest Terrace from Meriton Road to the end, Ferber Ave from Meriton Road to Livingston Road. During this time, please adhere to the emergency no parking signs and ensure all vehicles are off the streets by specified time. On-street parking within work zones will be prohibited between 7 a.m. 5 p.m. for as long as the signs are posted. While we will make every effort to avoid towing vehicles, any cars left in the active work zone during designated hours will be subject to towing at owner's expense. I sincerely appreciate your anticipated cooperation and understanding as we strive to enhance our community's infrastructure. Let's work together to make this road project a success. If you have any questions or concerns, you can reach me at 908-583-7482 or email me at arodriguez@linden-nj.gov. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Rodriguez. Councilwoman Hudak.
Thank you. The Linden Recreation Department has added over 25 new fall programs in addition to the regularly scheduled programs. And the 10th Ward will also be having a yard sale. So look at your sanitation collection calendar for your dates. And you could drive around the city of Linden because everyone will be having a yard sale. Lots of treasures out there. And if you want, you could team up with other residents and have double the fun. And the 10th Ward will also have streets being paved. Springfield, Wickersham, Verona, Rosewood, Morristown, Bradbury. And vehicles that are left on the street during the posted hours are subject to being towed at your expense. Thank you for your cooperation with everything, and we hope to see everyone at the Linden Fire Prevention Night on October 4th. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilwoman Hudak. Okay, I have a short report this evening. Our 5th annual Polish Festival will be held this Saturday, September 21st, on Wood Avenue, with the rain date being Sunday, if necessary. We invite everyone to join us for a day of some great food, music, and dance. The Union County Polish flag raising ceremony will be held on September 26th at 5 p.m. in front of the Union County Courthouse on Broad Street. Please join our Linden contingent. All are invited. And once again, the Pulaski Parade contingent invites everyone to come march with the Linden contingent on 5th Avenue in New York City on October 6th. Please, if you want tickets, please contact St. Teresa's Parish. The tickets are $25 round trip. Okay, Folis is having their fall yard sale on Saturday, October 5th from 9 to 4, and Sunday, October 6th from 9 to 2. Please come out and support our furry friends. All proceeds benefits the animal shelter. The Linden Public Library will be starting their computer basic classes in October. There will be classes in beginners, advanced beginners, and open question classes. Please call the Linden Library at 908-298-3830 or visit their website, www.lindenpl.org, if you're interested in signing up for these classes. They did these prior to COVID, so they're getting back into doing some of these classes again, because a lot of people found them very helpful. Okay, the Friends of Linden Library book sale will be from September 18th to the 21st. September 18th is reserved for Friends members preview. September 19th and 20th from 10 to 4 p.m. And September 21st is bag day. You can come fill a bag for a price. The Friends will also host a fall market on October 19th from 10 to 3, where you can purchase crafts and other goodies. The Friends are selling 25% off Boscov's Shop for a Cause for $5. The shopping day will be October 22nd, and you can shop in person or online. All proceeds from these events go to the Friends of Linden Library. If anyone has any questions or concerns, you can reach me at 908-494-0880, or my email address is on our city website. Okay, thank you, and Mayor Armstead, we'll move on to you for your report this evening.
Yes, thank you, Council President. I'd like to report on Resolution 2024-391. The property in this resolution that it's referring to in the agreement is owned by Phillips 66. Phillips 66 is considering selling this property in Trimley Point, which currently is an outdated tank farm with about 20 tanks on it, to a company called Blue Water. Blue Water would then like to build 2 warehouses that are projected to be about 1 million square feet of warehousing, which will bring in a significant increase in tax rateables for the city. When you start comparing warehousing to just tanks, the dollar amount is significantly different. I'd like to congratulate the staff from SID and my staff who worked and coordinated the Latin Fest this past Sunday. It was a complete and total success. I just couldn't, there were so many people there, it was unbelievable. And everyone who I spoke with said they had a great time, and they're looking forward to attending next year's. Now, ironically, this wasn't the first time that we had a Latin festival, but I'm going to say this was the best one that we've ever had, and I think it had a lot to do with the fact that we all collaborated before. In past festivals, we kind of like, everybody just wasn't on the same page, but during this festival, everybody was on the same page, and it was a tremendous success. As Council President Michelle Yamakaitis mentioned, this Saturday we're going to have our Polish Fest, which we've had some. This is the 5th one, right?
The 5th one.
Yeah, and they've been total and complete success also. So we're looking to seeing all our good people from Linden show up to that as well. I'd like to comment on a property which we refer to as the Clark property. We had a groundbreaking ceremony the last week in August, and there's going to be 334 luxury apartment units. And what many people didn't know when we started this project is that there's 13,000 square feet of 13,000 square feet of ground floor retail space. There's going to be an amenity deck with an in-ground pool, and not to mention it's the most expensive residential project in the history of the city, with estimates of $120 million to construct. And again, like I mentioned, it's 13,000 square feet of ground floor retail space. And unfortunately, when we took this project on, there was a lot of commentary about the fact that we're getting rid of the local establishments, the retail space on the bottom, retail space that existed there. But we have been approached by at least 3 of the people who were there, the establishments that were there, who want to come back. And the developer is more than glad to have them back. So that's a good thing, and we're looking forward. The completion date for that project should be spring of 2026. So that concludes my reports, Council President.
Thank you, Mayor Armstead. We'll now move on to resolutions. This evening, we have Resolution 2024-373 through 2024-399. Okay, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I'd like to make a motion that we pass resolutions 2024-373 to 394 and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Mrs. Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Yes. Mohammed?
He stepped out.
Rivas? Yes. Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay, we'll now move on to ordinances on first reading, beginning with ordinance 6847, please.
An ordinance amending Chapter 6-2.2 entitled Classes and Maximum Number of Licenses and License Fees. Be it ordained by the Council of the City of Linden, Section 1, that Chapter 6-2.2 entitled Classes and Maximum Number of Licenses and License Fees shall be amended to read as follows. The classes of licenses to be issued by the city are hereby fixed as follows, and the annual fees for licenses for the sale or distribution of alcoholic beverages in the City of Linden shall be as follows. Class A, Plenary Retail Consumption License, $1,600. Plenary Retail Distribution License, $1,100. Club License, $300. Limited Retail Distribution License, $100. And Hotel License, $2,500.
Okay, can we have a motion for introduction, please?
Council President, I'd like to make a motion to introduce ordinance 6847 and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Yes. Rivas? Yes. Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6848, please.
An ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 7 Traffic of an ordinance entitled, An Ordinance Adopting and Enacting the Revised General Ordinances of the City of Linden, 1999. Passed November 23rd, 1999, and approved November 24th, 1999, and as amended and supplemented. Be it ordained by the Council of the City of Linden, Section 1, Chapter 7 Traffic shall be and the same is hereby amended as follows. 7-33 Handicap Parking Regulations, 7-33.1A Handicap Parking on-street, remove 48 East Henry Street, 1 space, and 110 West 16th Street, 1 space.
Okay, can we have a motion for introduction, please?
Council President, I'd like to make a motion to introduce ordinance 68-48 and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Rivas? Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay, we'll now move on to comments from members of the public in attendance on city business only. No personal, political, or derogatory comments. Not to exceed 3 minutes, please. We'll begin with Mr. Craig Halloran.
Craig Halloran, 120 Donaldson Place. First of all, I'd like to say Happy Constitution Day to everybody. And the only other thing I have is I'd like to thank the police department for their fine work with the problems around the high school in the past month with people from out of town with machetes or whatever else they were caught with. So I'd just like to say thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Okay. Next will be Chris Origi. I don't know if
Hi.
Can you just state your name and address for the record,
Okay,
please?
yeah, I'm not used to this. My name's Chris Marigi. I live 324 Hillside Road in Sunnyside. And I have a lot of concerns. A lot of people in the Sunnyside have concerns about what's happening there. I'm sure everybody is aware of the new residents moving in and buying up homes. They're also using them as rentals. Ms. Hudak, I know for a fact there's one in your ward on Beechwood that's being used as a garage, and it's been reported to Tom, and they have had summons, but they continue to work through the night and keep people awake with their revving of engines, etc. We're having that problem over by my house as well. And there's also illegal use of different things. I'm supposed to be having a meeting with the mayor on that, but there's the concern about all the buildings that are being done, that one on Elmwood and Summit, that's huge. I mean, it looks like a church. It's going to be a synagogue and a mikveh, and they don't have permits for it, as far as I know. It's zoned as a residential. I don't get how they're able to just walk in and do all this thing. I don't think we have representation in Sunnyside. So I don't know what to do about this. We're being pushed out. And, you know, as a 20-year resident of the town, I don't feel I've been represented at all. And I'm being pushed out of Linden. And a lot of residents feel that way. We don't know our council people. And I just don't think that Linden's moving in the right direction. And I guess that's all I have to say.
Okay, thank you. I'm sure Councilwoman Hudak will give you her information. And also, please, if you see anything, please report it to the council. I'm citywide. You can call me also. We have to follow a legal process. So can reach out to us, please, with these addresses and stuff, and we will follow through on it. Thank you. Diane Wilverding.
Good evening, Diane Wilverding, 6th Ward. I wanted to ask about the tree commission. I remember when that was kind of dissolved, and then I had asked if we were still going to have funding for that. What became of that? Are we planting trees? Who's working on that project?
Do you have anything else this evening? Or just
Yes, if I want a pineapple and a banana tree in front of my house.
Diane, before I'm going to get you that tree. I know you want that tree. You're going to get that tree.
But are trees being planted?
Okay. Councilman Javits, would you be able to answer that about the plantings?
Well, yeah, there's supposed to be a fall planting coming up. It's being run out of the engineering department right now.
Engineering's doing it now. Okay.
Right, there's a woman in charge with the nursery. She's getting all the trees and so forth. But from what I hear, fall planting.
Okay, so engineering is doing it now.
Right,
not
there is an
DPW.
advisory board, but I'm actually the liaison to it, but we don't have enough members yet.
We're in the process.
Right, we're in the process.
Okay,
yeah.
so you got my request, right?
Banana tree.
And pineapple.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you after the meeting, okay? Okay. Please see me after the meeting, or Councilwoman Hudak. Okay. Aisha Johnson?
Good evening.
Aisha Johnson, 103 West Price Street. I want to talk about the issue, the parking issue on West Price Street. I've spoken to Councilman Javid several months back. I've gone to the mayor's office. It's terrible.
Could you
over
speak
there.
into the mic?
Oh, so sorry.
Thank you.
The parking issue on West Price Street is terrible. After the two buildings went up, the residents who lived there prior to the buildings going up have nowhere to park. I find myself having to park over here sometimes when I come home late at night to walk to my apartment. The second part of that issue is some of the parking spaces that were there prior to the buildings going up have been, I guess, zoned out with the yellow, paint, so those parking spaces have been removed. I was told that the people in those buildings are supposed to be parking inside of the buildings. They're not. They're not parking in the buildings. Their guests aren't parking in the buildings. And I know this because I live across the street from one of the buildings and my window faces. So I see who goes in and out of the buildings all the time. They're parking on the street. We have nowhere to park. Second part of that issue, parking enforcement. There's an officer, Lindsay. He is very problematic. We are getting two different sets of direction as far as parking is concerned. We were told at one point I was told I couldn't even park my car on my street after like a couple hours or 3 hours or something like that. I work from home. I'm not coming outside moving my car, okay? So I was told to then get the commuter sticker, which I got. And I was told with that commuter sticker we can park by the meters. I was ticketed, my son was ticketed. So we went back to the police department and was told that, oh no, with the stickers you can't park there. So we need clear direction on that. Furthermore, I feel that I'm being targeted by Officer Lindsay. There have been times that I've had tickets on my car, my son has had tickets on his car, and no one else has tickets on their cars. Just a few weeks ago, Officer Lindsay gave my son a ticket with no offense on it. There was no offense on the ticket. He was parked on the proper side of the street, and he had the sticker on. At this point, this isn't something that's going on like every so often. I've had problems with him for years, and at this point, I feel like I'm going to start filing complaints because I feel like I'm being harassed by him. Something needs to be done with this parking. I should not have to park over here and walk to Price Street. This is ridiculous. And I know people from the Citizen Building park over there, and then the two buildings by me. So, and the meters, like why are there meters that far down? I understand we have businesses and, up to the alley, Amsterdam Alley, but we shouldn't have meters there. Something needs to be done. Can someone help me do something about this parking?
Okay, I'm going to ask our traffic committee to review this. Councilwoman Norman? Okay. All right.
Thank you. After the meeting, can I get your information? Thank you so much.
Okay. Benedito Salgado. Please state your name and address for the record.
Good evening, Council, Mr. Mayor, President. So I'm here again for the second time, the same issue that we had a few months ago. I had a petition from all the residents on my street, Ogden Street, which on the other side of Allen Street is Elizabeth, and we're on the Linden side, of course. The problem is that we still have the same issue, and it's gotten worse, actually. People from the Elizabeth side come and park on our street, which leaves no parking for us. The same problem that we have is they come, they dump the garbage on the ground, to other things that I don't want to get into, but what we need is, as the chief's here today, that's great, because I want to say, Chief, please, we need somebody to come by, patrol, because the residents notice that there's not patrols that come around, and at least once in a while, we need a patrol to come around down the street. It's a dead-end street, I understand that, but even if they come down Allen Street, it'd be a great thing, just to see a patrol call around. But the parking is the main issue, because that's what we have the problems with. The parking from Elizabeth side, they come to our side, take all the parking, And then the 2-hour parking, they come, they leave their cars there, they go to work, and I want to thank the Traffic Bureau because they are giving tickets. They are coming around giving tickets, and that's a great thing. But the problem is they know how to get around it. So after the 5 o'clock, of course, they go park. The overnight parking is the problem that we have over the weekend. That takes the whole parking. They just take the whole. We got four family homes on the other side. We got a one family home, and they all come and park on our side. So the situation has gotten worse. I see we have a new councilman, Armstead. I haven't met you yet, but I talked to the other council before, and I just want to see if we could work something out. Maybe I could call you and we have a little meeting, a block meeting or anything. But we have to have this issue solved because it's just getting worse. And also the street cleaning. I've been calling Department of Works because they haven't been coming around cleaning the street for almost 4 weeks. I mean, they keep telling me they're on vacation. We had this issue at the same time last time. Our street's not being cleaned. Allen Street's not being cleaned. I don't understand it. Street cleaning, the street got to be clean. We pay taxes for the street to be clean, so I don't understand why they're not cleaning, given these issues that excuses they're on vacation or what is. I mean, the job's got to be done. Job's got to be done. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Salgado. Tonight we passed the ordinance 6843, an overnight parking ordinance just for your area from Allen Street to Bachelor Avenue. So you'll be notified when to go in to get permits, right, Chief? Yes. Okay. And unfortunately, if you were listening to our personnel report, we had a motor broom operator, which is a street sweeper, resign this evening. So we have to hire or promote from within a new sweeper operator, but they need to be trained. We just can't pick anybody, a laborer, they have to have training and certification for that. Correct, Jerry?
That is correct.
Okay, so we'll be working on making sure we get the streets swept as soon as possible, okay? But please be patient. Okay, John Kazor?
John Kaiser, 23 West Munsell Avenue. I want to give my condolences first to the Rotacco family. I really like Mark. He helped me out a lot whenever I went to his office. He's a nice guy, and the city is definitely going to miss him. I missed last week's meeting, the early part of it. I like what I hear with the parks. Mr. Presley, what you're doing out Milkowski. I'm really good friends with a little special needs girl in the city, and I know it's going to be the 8th Ward Park for that. And Noski, I love what you're doing, man. But back in my day, the ballin' in the city went the Ward, the Pond, and then Noski. They had some run at Noski Park. And I'm really excited for that. It's just crazy. You pass the parks, though, they're empty. It's just a sign of the times. It used to be packed. You brought up the scooters, the mopeds, the e-bikes. I don't even know which ones are legal or not anymore. I actually get jealous sometimes sitting in traffic and watching them go faster down Wood Avenue than me. There's a rumor that the garbage might be privatized in the Linden. No? Mayor's nodding no. I don't know. A city worker said this to me. Text me just now. You know how that go with rumors and stuff. I don't know if that's I don't know the pros or the cons of that, but that's just going around. The parking, miss, I feel you. My street is getting dreadful, and it's going to get even worse. They're bisecting my street, and they're putting up those 8 townhomes. There's my square block, which is not even a square. If you know Munsell and Stimson, it comes to a peak at the fire department. It has 15 houses on my block, and now they're right in the middle. They're putting 8, more than half, and they said they're going to force them to park in their parking lot. I mean, in their garages. Not one person uses their garage on my block. Not one. Everybody uses it for storage. We know that. So that's definitely going to be an issue. The one woman brought up the work being done in Sunnyside and residents and stuff. I've noticed something. If you go on Google Maps and you look around and you zoom in, there's some business names on some of the houses. I don't know if that's like if you register an LLC, one of them says like Auto Glass or something. I don't know if you register an LLC, it says it there. Another thing that's a little concerning, if you go on Google Maps right here, I go in Sunnyside, okay? You look, I zoom in a little bit on Harvard Road. I see Pupa Shul. I don't know if I say it correct or not. I'm sorry. So it's the Star of David. You click on it. It says Orthodox Synagogue, and it's a picture of a house on Harvard. Okay, it's a picture of a house. Then you go down a little further on, I think this is Thelma Congregation Rock Mastriva. You click on that. It's also a house, and it says Orthodox Synagogue. I don't know, well, there's all issues going on. People are talking about taxes and all. If you do a quick search on them, they are paying right now, but I don't know about down the road, and it is something that Mr. Rataco spoke about before his sad passing. So, yeah, just take a look one day. Go on there, and I think you find it interesting.
Okay, thank you. Okay, can we have a motion to close the public comment portion of the meeting, please?
Council President, I'd like to make a motion to close the public portion and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Ormond?
Yes.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell? Mohammed? Rivas? Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay, comments from members of the governing body? Does anyone wish to speak? Okay. All right, Councilman Roman?
Thank you. A minute's hard to jam-pack everything in. E-bikes, I was privy to a conversation between two state legislators the other day, and they are preparing a bill to register and ask for insurance on these e-bikes. There are too many horrific accidents happening in Linden and Elizabeth, and this is necessary, and the state legislator is working on this. Tax exempt status for houses. Any house in the city of Linden that wants tax exempt status would have to be on our consent agenda. Since I've been here, I don't think I've really voted on any, if not one or two. And if there's going to be tax exempt status, it's going to have to come onto this agenda. Parking permits. I can't park in front of my house, and it's dangerous. I've cautioned with all the building that this council needs to look at permanent parking permits for our residents and not offer them to the apartments, because developers, they don't want to build parking because it's more expensive than the rest of the building, and that's why they're always within law but underserved on parking, and it's necessary, and it's going to be necessary going forward. So,
Thank you, Councilman.
thank you, Council President.
Councilman Strano?
Thanks, Council President. Real quick, this slipped my mind. I'm not a real big fan of yard sales, but 7th Ward will be holding a yard sale September 28th with a rain date of the 29th. I don't know where you get the information on this. My wife, you might want to contact my wife at my phone number, 908-862-5097, leave a message. So they try to coordinate it with maps, but I don't know if that's going to be occurring or not. I'm not privy to it, but anyway, that's that. A little bit of information on the skate park, real quick. It's a, let me see if I got this. Yeah, so this is sponsored by the New Jersey Domestics. Their flyer is by Tattooville, all right? And here's a little bit more information. Saturday, October 5th, 1 to 3 is the skate jam at the Linden Skate Park. And then from 3 to 4 is the best trick contest. And there's questions about, after 4 o'clock, barbecue and a flash event. I don't know if that's cool, but you can contact people at Tattooville. And I'm not a tattoo person, so you'd have to look into that. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Strano. Councilwoman Caldwell?
Thank you, Madam President. I just wanted to say condolences to the Rataco family. I am truly going to miss Mark. I served as the chair of Code and Construction for 3 years, and we had a great relationship. Anytime I had an issue, he would help me, he would get back to me, and I'm just saddened by his passing. I also want to say to Keith Pressey, congratulations, well-deserved. You do an excellent job. It's the best I've seen since I've been here, so thank you, and keep on doing a great job.
Councilman Mohammed?
Thank you, Council President. I was neglectful in speaking of the yard sale in the fourth ward, which will be on October 12th and October 13th. And also, to send out my sympathy to Nick Patino and the passing of his brother. May God bless his soul. And we've been, this chamber's been touched by a lot of deaths, so we should be very prideful and thankful. 12th and 13th, fourth ward will have it to repeat its yard sale. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Ormond?
Yes, I'd just like to express my condolences to the Patina and to the Rotacco family as well. Thumbs up, Keith. Very proud of the things that you're doing. It's amazing. But I forgot to mention one thing in my report, and this goes back to the cameras. Last week also, we had a little girl that was, I'm not going to say assaulted, but someone tried to pick her up on the corner. And luckily, we had cameras, and the police department came to our house and asked my husband to download the footage, which he did, with a clear shot of the guy who was, I'm going to say, harassing the young girl. He was also found to bother some other child near the park or whatever. So it is critical and it's important that you do have cameras, and they're not always very expensive. But we do have this wonderful program that you can sign up with the police department and let them know that your video footage is available in the event that something happens. We have to get back to this unity in our community and just realize that regardless of what our differences are, we love all of our children and we should look out and protect one another. That's it.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Yes, Mayor Armstead?
I just received a text from one of our employees that we're having a wine and cheese art expo fundraiser, and that will be Friday, September 20th, and it's going to be at the Raymond Wood Bauer Promenade. That's at 400 Northwood Avenue. That's actually right across the street from City Hall. The event will kick off at approximately 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., followed by a jazz and blues performance. And tickets are $35 a person. And this wine and cheese fundraiser is geared to raise money for our scholarships that we give out every year under the Mayor's Youth Commission. So if you can make it, we would appreciate it. This is a very worthwhile fundraiser. And again, anytime we can do anything to help our youth, it's a great thing. So once again, that's Friday, September 20th, Raymond Wood Bauer Promenade at 400 Northwood Avenue, and looking forward to seeing many of you there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Again, Keith, congratulations on a well-deserved. Okay, you do a great job with our Recreation Department. Okay.
Also, I forgot to mention, to purchase tickets, you can contact Sandra Jackson at 908-494-9138 or Danny Orlean at 908-403-3880 or Rosalind Pearson at 908-816-7801.
Council President?
Also, I was told to mention, we're excited to be able to offer non-alcoholic beverages as well.
Council, I'd be remiss if we didn't mention Tom Gassler in presence, who also was on our personnel agenda, and the whole department has big shoes to fill over there, so appreciate you as well, sir.
Thank you. Okay, the next council meetings will be as follows. Due to the Columbus Day holiday on Monday, October 14th, there will be no council conference meeting on that date. Council conference meeting before the council meeting Tuesday, October 15th at 5 p.m. in the council conference room, City Hall. Council meeting Tuesday, October 15th at 7 p.m. in the council meeting room, City Hall. These meetings will be held in person. Can we have a motion to adjourn, please? Second.
Ormond?
Yes.
Javits?
Yes.
Caldwell? Yes. Yes. Bowman? Strato? Yes. Armstead?
Yes.
Rodriguez?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Yes.